So this is page 7, and we're continuing our work with graphing inequalities. Exercise number 2 says consider the inequality 3x minus 2y is greater than or equal to 2. So what we have to do here is solve for y first. So I'm going to rewrite my problem. Remember, this minus sign goes with the 2. There's an invisible plus sign here. So I'm going to minus 3x on both sides. And I have negative 2y greater than or equal to 2 minus 3x. And I divide by a negative 2, divide everything here by a negative 2. And when you divide by a negative, that symbol flip-flops and becomes less than or equal to, oops, make that a little nicer, 2 minus 3x over negative 2. So one thing I'm not going to show you on this video is putting this into your y equals. You can put that into the table if you'd like, and or put it into the y equals, look up on the table and find points. For now, what I'm going to do is just simplify this. So I have y less than or equal to negative 1 plus 3 over 2x. If you don't want to simplify, then just put what I highlighted in yellow in your y equals and then find the points. So I'm going to start here. I'm just going to put a whole bunch of points. Up 3 over 2. And these, like I said, you can find from the table and your y equals. Now, I've plotted my points. What I need to do is think, is it dotted or is it solid? So we're going to look at any of these alligator mouth symbols. There's an equal to bar line, okay? It's less than or equal to, so that means this gets a solid line. I'm going to put an arrow, and I'm going to label. I'm running out of room. Okay. Last thing we have to do is shade. We have to shade the true side. And that's actually, I forgot there were steps. That's step 3. So what I'm going to do is rewrite my problem. 3x minus 2y. I think that's the problem. Let me just check. Okay, it is. So in order to do a test point, I have to pick a point that is not on the line. If you can pick 0, 0, that makes your life a little easier. Only because then you're plugging in 0. So I'm going to pick this test point. And I'm going to see if it's true or false. So I'm going to plug a 0 in for x and a 0 in for y. 3 times 0 minus 2 times 0 greater than or equal to 2. So if you evaluate this or put it in your calculator, you get 0. Well, this is false. 0 is not bigger than or equal to 2. So let me go up here. Now, you don't have to label this, but this is the false side. So that means I'm going to color in the other side. Let's see what this looks like. So this whole side gets colored in. The false side does not get colored in. The true side does. So if one side of the line is false, that means the other side has to be true. Now, if you don't have a highlighter at home, you can also do this. Just kind of draw lines like this, and that tells everybody that you're shading. Let's see. Okay, now this next step, based on your graph, staff one point that is in the solution and one point not in the solution. So in the solution means in the shaded area. Not in the solution means not in the shaded area. If the line is solid, that is part of the solution. If it's dotted, it's not. So I always say just stay away from the line. So this whole section here is part of the solution. This section, nope, not solution. So pick any point. I'm going to pick 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll pick this one, 5, 2. That's in the solution. It doesn't have to be on the graph. I could pick the point 52, and that's still part of the solution. What that means is if you plug those numbers in, the x and y numbers, it would make our problem true. It would make the inequality true. So not in the solution. Look, we already figured out that one was false. So I'm going to use 0, 0. And we know if you plug those point or that point in, it's going to be false. Okay, check back here for page 8, and then you're going to work on your homework.